Good morning, Dr. Wilson. Let's try this again. Some of my findings, I found that direct and indirect instruction, although sort of similar, they're a little different. Indirect was teacher-led. The teacher provides the materials, the media, and everything else that's being taught. As far as student-led, it's very similar. The teacher provides what is wanted and what the desired outcome is, and the students have leeway to make up their own ways of teaching each other as well as teaching the class. So they lead the instruction, they lead the class, they start talking, they start getting things figured out as far as how to solve this problem, how to solve this issue. But the teacher's always close to make sure that we correct whatever is incorrect and taught wrong. So I found that was very interesting. Usually when we do a group activity, I do all the instruction, but I think this is better. But second graders, they can only have so much of a leash because they'll go crazy in less than 3 seconds. I've seen it happen. Instructional strategies, learning theories, behaviorism. As far as kids, you have to separate them, and second graders, they're a little difficult sometimes because at the beginning of the year, you don't know them, but they know each other. And so they'll sit where they want to sit, and I'll let them choose their own seating charts. Within 1 week, I'll know if that seating chart's going to work or not, or why certain kids aren't allowed to sit by each other. And their understanding, we usually set them up in a high performing kids and mid-high performing kids, low performing kids, and mid-low performing kids. So when the high and mid-high, they sit by each other, they're able to have better communication because they both understand what's going on. Low kids, if you put them with the high kids, will struggle. So we put low kids with mid-high and mid-low, and they're able to communicate better and see each other on the same playing field. So as far as cognitivism, that helps them to work together, to place them in a place where they'll be comfortable and they'll be able to work with each other. When there's somebody belittling each other because they're not smart enough or not as smart as the other kids, that creates another set of problems that sometimes cannot be resolved in the classroom. And it's not good. 2 specific examples. The theories, there's a lot of good theories on there. I believe I talked about 2 of them. Let me see here. Inductive instructional, that allows students to explore and work out issues together and alone, as well as a group. That one works really well. Indirect instruction, this one's kind of fun because you give students you tell them what you want, but you don't tell them how to get it. You just kind of step back and watch them do some research and figure things out. Let me see here. I do plan on using these strategies. I want to use them this week. I want to see kids work together and explain stuff to each other. Sometimes my vocabulary isn't the best and it goes over their head. So when a kid talks to another kid, their peers, they're able to relate a little better than I am. I am still learning how to teach second grade. This is my second year teaching second grade. My first 2 years I taught 5th and 6th grade. So they're a little different and the communication is a little different. So my style and my strategies are starting to mold and make a little more sense to them. So things are going a little better, although we had a lot of meltdowns this week and emotional stuff. It's been really hard this week and last week. So when students feel like they're smart and they feel like they can do something, they do a lot better. One thing we did today is we talked a little bit about confidence. And we talked about, I had them repeat some affirmations. I think I read about this in this here, but I also read about it in the Kagan. I had them repeat 3 things that I said. I had them say, I am good enough. I am smart enough. I can do hard things. And Mr. Lazoya loves me. I know this one of my students is a foster care kid, and there's a few over there that have a lot of issues that have had breakdowns this week, and it's been really hard. I've been struggling as well. I talked to my boss about this, but every kid is a child of God, and they have to be treated as such. That's all for now. Thank you, doctor.